I'm going to show you how I use computers to find trading bot ideas and actually build and code trading bots for me. What's up, guys? This is Jacob Amaral. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but let's get back at it. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I use Stratgen, which is a tool I built to help me find trading strategy ideas and build trading bots for me. And I'm going to show you how you can use it as well. I build and code trading systems for a living, and what gets annoying over time is coding them from scratch every single time. When you have a new idea or you want to test a new portfolio, you have to code all these bots from scratch. Now, you could pay someone or you could do it yourself, but it takes a lot of time. I'd rather use software to find ideas for me, and then from there I can analyze and see if those strategies fit my portfolios and if they're actually good strategies. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go over Stratgen and how I use it. So on the screen here, I have NinjaTrader Strategy Analyzer, which is their backtesting tool for testing trading bot ideas and essentially backtesting strategies. And on the right here, you can see I have Stratgen V2. We actually just released an update called V2, so it's 2.0 for Stratgen. And I wouldn't say I think, I know it's a lot better, and it's a much better product than what it used to be. I'll move. Let's move my camera over if I can get it here. Let's do that. Okay. And we'll do that. Okay, so what is Stratgen? How does it work? So basically, it comes preloaded with a bunch of strategy ideas. For example, you see entries 1, 2, and 3 here. You can pre-select these strategies. So cross above RSI 10. Maybe entry 2 will be MACD cross below 0, and entry 3 will be, I don't know, the time is between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. So what has to happen is these 3 signals have to occur at the same time for your strategy to enter. You can then choose if it's long or short. You can choose the profit targets. So 10 tick profit target, 5 tick stop loss, just random numbers here. We can do a trail stop. You can reverse the trade on exit after M bar's profit. You can also export the code. So we could actually hit export, run this strategy, which is going to be all fine and dandy, and we'll get the source code for it. But I actually want to show you how to find good strategies with it and not just give you hypotheticals. So here's how I use it to find ideas. First of all, I like to make sure the strategy makes money in bull and bearish markets. So I recommend choosing at least 2 years for your sample testing. Now you want to divide that sample testing to in and out of sample data. So what I'm going to do is we're going to optimize for 2022. And we're going to test out of sample in 2023. So I'm putting the start date here on the right, January 1st, 2022. And the end date is December 31st, 2022. Okay. I'm going to change my backtest type to optimization. And with optimization, the backtest type in NinjaTrader allows us to optimize and find different signals. All right. So now you can see that the entries now have changed to checkboxes instead of drop downs, which allows us to test multiple different strategies and have NinjaTrader present us and Stratgen present us with good strategies. So of course, we could click all the strategies one by one. But I've already made a template, so I'm going to hit template, and let's do all. And after I click load on the all template, you can see they've all been selected. So it's selected all signals for entry 1 and entry 2. So it's going to test all those signals and give us the results. Now you can see that entries 3 is not populated. I don't like to populate it because I want to reduce the parameters as much as possible. I like to stay under 5 or under parameters. So having these 2 selected already gives us 2. So we'll do that. Let's make sure the dates are good. Yep. And we'll do ES futures for 1 minute. So that's the instrument we're going to find it on. We can test it on multiple instruments if we want to, but for time, I'm going to do that. Now, we can optimize our profit targets and stops if we want to. However, with the brute force default optimizer in Ninja, it is a little bit slow. I'd recommend using the genetic optimizer if you wanted to do that. So I'm just going to do set values. Let's do a profit target of 50 ticks and a stop loss of 100 ticks. Okay, that's all good. Have our date. We're going to show 200 of the top results. Okay, let's hit run. So it's going to test 42,025 different iterations. And you're going to see how long this is actually going to take. It does take a while to test all these scenarios if you want to use the brute force optimizer. I recommend to most people using Stratgen to use the genetic optimizer, which does test less, but you get more samples. It does test less iterations, but you get a result quite faster. So, for us to wait 5 hours to test all these iterations, you could run it overnight for sure. Maybe if you want to use, if you're, want to check every single possible scenario, then you can run it overnight. For the, time purpose of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to genetic and essentially only test about 1,000 different iterations. So we have a template already. I'm going to abort that. Go to template, load, and I'm going to load the all genetic. And you can see the optimizer type has changed to genetic. All right, that's good. Yes, 1 minute, and these should all be selected still. Perfect. Okay, let's put in our profit target of 50 ticks. Usually I like profit targets and stops for the most part. They do hinder performance of a trading system, but you get that good feeling that you have some type of, fail safe, especially for a stop loss. So I'm going to run that. You can see now there's only 1,000 iterations, right? So it's going to be a lot quicker. And we're going to let that load, and then we'll go over the strategies. Okay, so it's finally almost about done, 4 minutes later. And we're going to get 1,000 different strategies with different combinations of those pre-selected signals. Now, over time, we're adding more and more signals to Stratgen. Right now, I believe there's about per entry over 2,000, but we're going to add a lot more. So now I'm presented a list of different strategies here. What I like to do is I actually like to sort by win rate. That's the percent profitable on these trading systems. Now we see a lot of trading systems here that have 100% win rates, which sounds really good. It's super exciting. Yeah, let's trade them. However, they're only making 4, 5, 6 trades a year, which isn't really significant. So I do like to scroll down a little bit. And what I want to see for any trading system is about 1 trade a week. If you're building day trading systems, you want it trading pretty often. If you're building swing trading systems, it's a little bit different. You don't need as many trades to be, significant. But for day trading systems, you'll need a lot more. So I like to see, 3 to 4 trades a month, which would equate to 48 trades per year. So here's all our strategies here on the long side. Right off the gate, I'm going to scroll down here. I like this one. It makes 44 trades for the year of 2022. Makes 12,000 net profit, 2,000 max drawdown, which is great. I want to see, a greater ratio of 2.0 return to max drawdown. So basically, to calculate that, you take 12,000 divided by 2,000. So obviously, it's a lot bigger than 2.0. So I like this one. I'm going to right-click this strategy here, open in New Strategy Analyzer tab, and it's going to duplicate the tab, but this time just generate that strategy. So what's really cool here is if we scroll up, we can see the strategy. It took the high has to be greater than the zigzag high, and the close is less than the 50 SMA. So both of those signals have to happen at the same time. And of course, with a 50 tick profit target and 100 tick stop loss. You can optimize the profit targets too. I picked 50 and 100. Usually I like, them around the same values or the profit target a little bit smaller to get a higher win rate. But you can optimize those as well if you'd like. So there's the in-sample optimized strategy. Now this is optimized. This is in-sample. This doesn't really count. What matters is if I change this end date, right? If we give it more data to today, I want to see this strategy improve. I want to see it make more money. So I'm going to now change the end date to 2024 and hit run. and I want to see this higher than $12,000. I want to see that it's able to still make money with new data, and this is simple out of sample testing. So we ran the test, and now it's 10K, so it lost $2,000 over the period of that out of sample testing. Not really interested in this strategy. Let's move on to the next. We have 199 more to look at. So let's go to the next one. All right, this one's great. 9,000 in profit, 1,900 max drawdown. That's way greater than a 2.0 return to drawdown, and it makes 33 trades. So that's great. Let's pop this one open. Okay, I'm going to change the end date to today, 2024. We want to see this higher than 9.1 ideally. Let's run that test. Okay, great. So this one made more money. It's made about $1,200 more from our out of sample testing. So that's pretty great. So our in sample was about what here? No, it was this green dot here. So that's in sample. We optimize it, and from then on, it's made more money. Hasn't traded that much since, so a little skeptical. But the fact that I'm seeing increased performance is great. It's only made 5 trades since then, so it's a very low trading. It met our needs in the in sample, but the out of sample, not even close. It's made 5 trades in a year and 3 months. So I'd still be skeptical. Of course, I'm going to run this in a sim or demo account for at least 30 days to see if it makes money. But now if we wanted to, let's do the short side, right? So now we have our long signal. Let's do our short signal, because that was long only, right? All these strategies were long only, and we could keep going through to find some better ones here, but for the sake of time in this video, we're not going to do that. Okay, so long, I'm going to switch to short now. So uncheck long. Okay, and let's find a good short strategy and test it out of sample as well. Okay, short side is done. We're going to do the same process. I'm going to sort by win rate. Okay, let's scroll down. There we go, 40 trades. It's pretty good. 80% win rate, net profit 13K, max drawdown 2. Let's pop that over into a new tab. And change the end date to today. We want to see this more than 13.4. Nope, went down to 7, not interested. I don't want to trade strategies that start losing money with new data. Okay, let's go to the next one here. 29 trades. Let's try this out. Now, by testing this out of sample data, we are giving it new data, similar to as if you were going to run this trading strategy live in your account tomorrow. You're going to have a lot of new market data, new events, new news items, new price action. So we're sort of able to simulate what real-time trading is going to be like with this out of sample testing. Also, if you guys noticed, 2022 was a bearish year for the indices, right? S&P was down double digits in 2022. However, in 2023, was up double digits. So we're getting 2 years, 1 year of bearish, activity, and 1 year of bullish activity. And I think it's really important for any trading system to make money in a down or up year. So when you're testing your strategies, always make sure you have at least one of each. All right, so this went up a little bit. It was 6.2. And now it's 6.7. So it's made $500 per mini since our out of sample. So it's made a little bit of money, not much. Let's try and find a couple others. We'll keep that there in case we don't find any others, but I want to see maybe a little bit of a bigger gain. All right, so scroll down here. Is there any other strategies that it's found? See, these are 24.18, but the return to drawdown isn't 2.0. So they're pretty risky to trade. Let's keep scrolling. Okay, 55. Let's try this one out. 12.2. a 6. So lost quite a bit. Let's head on back. 11, I like this. See, it's choosing a lot of these chart patterns. And chart patterns, I find are very, there is a little bit more randomness with them, personally. A lot of the strategies will do well one year and then you give it out a sample and it won't. But if it does perform out of sample, then there is some data significance. So this was at 11, went down to 6. Yeah, you see these are getting crushed with out of sample testing. And this is why you test out of sample, you know. You weed out a lot of bad strategies. And it's hard to find good strategies. Okay, this one. 7K to 52 trades. Nice, I like that. Let's pop that into a new tab. So 7.6. Oh, there we go. Okay, went to 9.9. That's not too bad. It's made 2,000 cents. So you can see out of sample, had a big drawdown in January and fully recovered from that and made more. So that's really good to see. That is great. So now we have a long and short signal. I'll get rid of the older one. It didn't make that much. So now with Stratgen, you can actually export the code too and make it into one strategy. And I'll show you how. There's a little export check mark here. So you're going to click that and let's name this strategy. We'll call it YouTube chart pattern. So I'll give the strategy a name, exports checked, and then you're just going to hit run again. And that's going to generate the code for the short side, and then we'll generate the code for the long side thereafter. So we'll do that. Let's go to, I'll show you the code being generated. It starts with a U or Y, sorry. There it is. So YouTube chart pattern short, it's generated the C# code for us. We have our entries and our profit target set. But let's do the long side now because we want to combine the long and short code into one strategy, just so it's easier to backtest and it's easier to look at data. So I'm going to go to the long tab, check export, paste in my strategy name, hit run again. And it's going to generate now a YouTube chart pattern long file. And we just have to then manually come in and combine the long and short signals. So here's the long. Enter long. Okay. So now the short, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the on-bar update, and I'm just going to copy the if statement for that enter short. And simply just write else and then paste that. Both have the same profit target and stop loss. Now, if they were different, we'd have to make more changes, but we built them that they're the same. So all we have to do is paste in the short. Okay, so that's good. Let's rename this strategy to just YouTube chart pattern instead of YouTube chart pattern long, because now it's not long only, it trades long and short bets if the market's going to go up or down. And now we should see it in our strategies here. I'm going to scroll down to YouTube. Did I not compile it? Save, compile. Really taking its time here. Okay, there we go, finished. So now on my strategy list in the strategy analyzer, YouTube chart pattern, there it is. Let's make sure our settings are correct. Yep, 50 tick profit target, 100 tick stop loss, ES 1 minute, RTH. Okay, so if I back test, we should see long and short trades in this back test. They both should be profitable. Perfect. So there's the combined list and the combined equity curve. That's awesome. Great. So we now have our own strategy that generated. We didn't have to write any code, and it took us, maybe 10 minutes. That's amazing. From now we could, run the strategy live. I'd recommend personally running the strategy in Sim for at least 30 days to see how it does in the current market conditions. So to run it in NinjaTrader in Sim, I would go to the main NinjaTrader screen, the control center, right click anywhere in the strategies tab and select new strategy. And then from there, we're going to select our YouTube chart pattern strategy. Now what's key is you have to be aware of the settings, right? So it was ES 1 minute on US equities RTH trading hours. It's important to remember that, because if you get the settings wrong, then your backtest is invalidated. So ES 1 minute, there's already a difference. We're not using use instrument settings. We're using US equities RTH. That's basically 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern, which is the normal stock market hours. Okay, on Sim 101, I like to load usually a bit more days. Call me crazy, but I like to load 200 days. Exit on session close should be checked. Perfect. So we hit OK. There's our strategy. And now we can start launching it and see how it does in Sim or demo in the next 30 days. So that's how you use Stratgen to build your own strategies from scratch without writing any code. If you want to get access to Stratgen, all you got to do is see the link in the description below. In my course, everyone gets access to Stratgen. So not only are you getting the course on how to code great trading bots, you're actually getting software to help you build strategies quicker and find alpha quicker. And I truly think that you're getting a lot more value than what you pay. So that's a video. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Stratgen, or if you prefer just using and building strategies yourself with your own, with your own development skills. Some people do prefer that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to help others with potentially, solving that problem. So anyways, have a good week, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace out.